You can get.
Hello, my name is Landon Miller. Next Avenue states that there are between 1 million and 2 million adult guardians that are active today. AARP goes on to state that adult guardianship is a process by which a state court appoints an individual to care for the well-being and possibly the finances of another person who is unable to care for him or herself. The problem is that many of these guardians are being abusive towards the people that they are supposed to be protecting and assisting. When a person has a guardian put upon them that is abusive, this can lead to many difficulties for the person being guarded. In an abusive guardianship relationship, a person can have all their property and finances taken away from them by their guardian, and they can be put through a lot of mental wear by having to deal with the changes the guardian puts them through. When done right, a legal guardian should help the adult that they are guarding by giving them advice on financial decisions that they make. The issue is that many times this is not the case. Legal guardianship needs to be changed so that there are not as many abusive relationships occurring. Legal guardianship can be both a positive and a negative to elderly people that need assistance. You may be wondering, what are the positives to adult guardianship? Well, the first is that a guardian can help an elderly person make sound financial decisions that they would otherwise not be able to make. Another positive is that guardians can help guard elderly people from outsiders that may be trying to take their money or assets away from them. Now for the negatives. According to Next Avenue, the U.S. Government Accountability Office found hundreds of allegations of physical abuse, neglect, and financial exploitation by guardians in 45 states and the District of Columbia between 1990 and 2010. Guardians also stole $5.4 million in assets from their wards in that period. Negatives like this come in when the person becomes someone's guardian in an attempt to take away their finances and assets and keep them for themselves. Negatives can also occur when a guardian does not make quality decisions for the person they are a guardian to. There have been many documented cases of adult guardianship abuse in the United States. Next Avenue lists a few of the guardianship abuse cases that have been reported in recent years. One case was a Phoenix woman, Marie Long, who had managed through careful saving and investing to amass $1.3 million by the time she had a stroke in 2005. 4 years later, she was nearly broke. Her estate had been bilked by an unscrupulous guardian agency that, among other things, charged her $50 per hour for someone to open her mail. Another case is shown through the Netflix series Dirty Money, who has an episode on adult guardianship abuse called Guardians Incorporated. I'm going to show you a short clip from this episode now.
It looks devastating, barren. They took this property away from me and they said it was all legal. They sold it for just over $3 million, and to this day I never received any proceeds, not even $2. As it is now, I'm totally penniless. Totally penniless. And the judge said I'm not allowed any financial resources whatsoever. I'm a ward of the state.
Guardianship.
Okay. So in this clip, you can see Charlie, an elderly man who has fallen victim to guardianship abuse. As he said in the clip, he has lost all of his property and he cannot access any of his finances. After seeing these cases, I have been motivated to try to find ways to improve adult guardianship and to help people avoid being abused by a guardian. In my research, I have found a few ways that adult guardianship have been improved and what needs to happen to improve adult guardianship. Next Avenue states, in 2014, there were 33 changes in the laws on adult guardianship in 18 states, according to a report by the Commission on Law and Aging of the American Bar Association. The changes concern such aspects as background checks on guardians, access of the ward to visitors and phone, healthcare decision making by guardians, guardian fees and rights of the people under guardianship. Next Avenue also goes on to say that guardianship laws do not need to be changed or added upon, they just need to be more strictly enforced. After hearing this, it led me to believe that the only way people can fight back against guardianship abuse is by enforcing the laws we already have and by keeping a close eye on current and new guardianship cases. When done right, a legal guardian should help the adult that they are guarding by giving them advice on financial decisions that they make. The issue is that many times this is not the case. Legal guardianship needs to be changed so that there are not as many abusive relationships occurring. When a person has a guardian put upon them that is abusive, this can lead to many difficulties for the person being guarded. In an abusive guardianship relationship, a person can have all their property and finances taken away from them by their guardian, and they can be put through a lot of mental wear by having to deal with the changes the guardian puts them through. I'll end with this. For adult guardianship to improve, and for the abuse of guardianship to be reduced to a minimum, everyone involved in these cases needs to enforce the laws to their fullest ability, and keep a close eye on all the guardianship cases that are incoming today. Thank you.